Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ISSF World Cup Rifle and Pistol. Today we are in Sydney for the first final of this World Cup, ISSF World Cup 2007 in Sydney, Australia. As you can see, the finalists are already lining up for this. Is going to be the first event of this competition, the final 10-meter air rifle men. Shooters arrived yesterday, welcomed here by the officers and the organizers and ISSF authorities. For this is going to be the second step of this year's World Cup. Once again, a chance for these athletes to gain quarter places, a qualification ticket to the next Olympic of Beijing. As you can see, the finalists are lining up for the presentation. Must be said that today the quarter place has already been assigned to the shooter from Czech Republic, Václav Haman, the only of the out of the 8 finalists who didn't have a quarter place. All the other finalists already won one, or their country already gained 2 quarters. Here you can see in 8th position the Serbian shooter Stevan Pletikosic, ranked number 16 in the world ranking. He's starting from the 8th position with the qualification score of 596 points. We have seen him in the final at the World Cup in Guangzhou in China last year, where he placed in 7th. He's an expert of the 50-meter rifle free position man, but is performing quite good also in the 10-meter. Placed in 12 in the World Championship in Zagreb. Now in position number 7, the Romanian shooter Halin George Moldoveanu, 23 years old, very young, but already has a long palmarès of medals. In 2006, he won a silver at the World Championship, and as well in 2005, he won 2 medals through the World Cup in Milan and Munich. Today he's starting in 7th with a tie score of 596 points. In 6th place, we have Liu Tanyoy of China. He won a bronze just 3 weeks ago, the first World Cup of the year in Fort Benning, USA. He's back again in the final. Here you can see range officers here at the venue that had been used also for the Olympic Games of Sydney 2000. Beautiful range. In position number 5 from Czech Republic, the winner of today's quarter place, Václav Haman of Czech Republic. It's quite a surprise to see him here today in this event. He's ranked 129th in the world, so it's quite a surprise to see him here. He placed just 3 weeks ago 32nd in Fort Benning. Today he's in the final. In 4th place we have Zhu Quinian, the Olympic champion and bronze medalist of the World Championship of Zagreb 2006. He won a gold medal 3 weeks ago at the first cap in the first World Cup of the year in Fort Benning. Today starting in 4th with 596 targets as well. We have a 5-way ties today in the final. In position number 3, Lin Yun of China. And our surprise for this match, this is his second competition ever in the international shooting. The first one was in Fort Benning this year, where he placed in 20th position. Today he's in the final with a score of 597 points. So he's in 3rd. In the tie score, we have the well-known shooters from Austria, Marion Nogler, 27 years old, Olympians at Sydney 2000. He was performing an Olympic game here in Sydney. That time, he won. He entered the final, also the first World Cup of the year in Fort Benning, ending up in 4th, just 1 point, a few tenths of a point out of the podium. So here, Marion Nogler has his chance of redemption. And now the leaders of today's final. You can see Petr Sidi of Hungary shooting in 1st with a qualification score of 598 points. 1 point of head start on the followers. He's been twice Olympians in 2004 and 2000. He won a silver medal in Fort Benning in 2005, a gold in Zagreb 2003 for the World Cup, as well as a World Cup final in 2003. That was Milan. He won a gold medal there. Long experienced shooter, this Petr Sidi, leading today's final. Here you can see the Serbian shooter Pletikosic, 35 years old. An expert of the 50-meter rifle prone. He won a bronze medal at the Olympics in Barcelona in 1992. He was very young at the time. He won many medals through the World Cup and the World Championships in that event, but he's also competing here in the 10-meter air rifle. This is his second final ever in a World Cup. Last one in Guangzhou in China, 2006. Back again on Petra City, shooting from the 7th position. We are now on the sighting time. As you know, shooters has a few minutes for an unlimited number of shots to sight the range. Here in Sydney we have a wonderful final hole, the same used for the Olympics of Sydney 2000. Shooters are performing qualification on Harvard lines, so this is their very first chance to try the lines of the final hole. Petra City, silver medalist at the last World Championship in Zagreb. That was just a few months ago, in June 2006. Now in position number 6, Zhou Qinyan, current Olympic champion. He won that Olympics of Athens 2004. And in this beautiful venue we have a lot, as you can see from the images. We have many spectators following the finals. Many shooters competed here in Australia for this, but it's going to be the second step of the ISSF World Cup of the 2007. And we have two combined World Cups. After here in Sydney, we will travel to Bangkok for the third World Cup. Two events are very close, so most of the shooters that you're gonna see shooting here in these days in Australia will keep following and go ahead to Bangkok as well. You see some of the Australian shooters starting at the final. Again on Pleti Kozic. Out of the games for the quarter place because he already won one in the 50-meter rifle 3-position event. So just to remind you, the quarter place of today's event went to the shooter from Czech Republic, Václav Hauman, surprising everybody, entering this final. He's currently ranked 129th in the world, so it was quite a surprise to see him shooting such a consistent qualification rounds. Back now on Mario Nogler, shooting in second today. Back on the Chinese shooter Liu Tanyoi. Liu Tanyoi, winner of the bronze medal at the first World Cup of the year in Fort Benning, in USA. There he stepped on the podium and nearby his teammate. The other Chinese finalist who's in the final also today, the Olympic champion, Zhou Qinyan. And once again, we have been surprised by the performance of the Chinese team, which placed 3 athletes in this final. Chinese team very strong in all the rifle and pistol competitions. Yun Lin in the final today. He is very second. In his second competition, international competition ever. We saw him the first time just 3 weeks ago in Fort Benning. This is his first year of competing in international shooting. There in Fort Benning, he placed in 21st position.